Yeah, take care. Everybody, we're moving on to our final game. Let me go ahead and give Crappy just a second to see if we can actually get the final transition over. Crappy, come on. Okay, Crappy, can you do it? Waddle on over to the reveal, por favor. Ah, watch out. It's a gorilla. It's going to explode. You know who doesn't explode? But probably, I feel like he's caused a few explosions in his time. In fact, maybe less explosions and more other things that allow people to live. Say hello to our GM for the final match of the weekend, Mr. Torture. And by the weekend, we do have a match tomorrow, but that's something that y'all can come and join. Mr. Torture, come on in. Let's talk about your game. Let's talk about what you have. You've got a pumpkin head. Were you trapped in a ball when you were younger, Mr. Torture?
I was actually an incubator, so if you can consider that a ball, it works in the similar fashion, I'd say.
Sounds about right. Well, good job. Yeah.
Also, I don't recall ever exploding, so yeah.
Good. I don't want you to explode. Have you exploded other things, though?
I might have exploded a thing or two, like someone's head with some sick fact or whatever.
Why would you explode people's heads? That's weird. I enjoy the hardcore egg music that's playing in the background just for you, Mr. Torture.
Oh, yeah.
What game do we have coming up?
We're going into a special land, Brosensha, because we're going to be playing Sonic the Hedgehog 1 for Sega Genesis, the really polished game edition.
I am amazed how many times we have had Sonic 1. Have they played Sonic 1 before? Like, what are we getting ourselves into?
We're getting to ROM hack land with this game.
ROM hack land. That is not foreboding at all. Well,
it can go either way.
Honestly, you know, considering that this match, we're dealing with a lot of people who are going to be eliminated, and I believe one player who's moving on from this match. So it's always interesting to see what the GMs feel they want to give out. We do have Shrambles, who is going to be our final zombie. Wait, is that a picture of people kissing Shrambles?
That would seem like.
Is that built into the game, or is that just Shrambles putting that up?
I do not know how that's happening from Shrambles' end. Perhaps Shrambles can explain that.
Shrambles?
Yeah, so I can give a little context of that photo. So I just participated in the Minnesota Fringe Festival, which is a giant theater festival that happens in Minnesota every August. And that is a photo from a show I was in last year. The reason why it's relevant is that they make artist passes, and that photo was on the artist pass. So I was the representative artist for the whole festival this year.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
That is so cool. Like, Shrambles, I'm going to be visiting you in just a few weeks and possibly sleeping on your couch. And I want to go and see your improv show. And I believe you have shows on Fridays, right?
Well, no, the show is over now. So, unfortunately, you will not be able to see me perform.
Yes, I don't have to go see...
Yes, that is the correct response. That is the correct response.
Here's the deal. I love improv, but even more than watching improv, I love not watching improv.
That's an improviser only sentiment.
Oh my gosh. Let me check to see if the players are ready. I totally would go and watch if you had a show going on, though.
So fun fact, some of my friends came to the show when we were at GDQ. Surprisingly, other people from GDQ showed up for the show, including JSR.
Oh, fun. Okay.
So it was like really surprising to see JSR there, who I did like commentary for the last game of Kusogrand8 Live. I didn't tell him I had the show. He just showed up.
What? Oh, JSR's so cool. Like, JSR is the guy who did the run with the doggo at GDQ. The runs, I should say. Not only that, but he's a legendary speedrunner in his own right, and has been becoming a little bit of a friend. There's a chance we've talked a little bit about doing a video together about bad video games, and he's got a billion projects going on, though. I don't know if or when that's going to happen. It's on hold, is what I would say.
If you haven't watched the peanut butter run of Ken Giffrey Jr. at SGDQ, highly recommend watching that.
It's so good. And the drama is fantastic. Are you ready to begin, Shrambles?
I am set to go.
Well, perfect. Everybody else is then, so
Excellent.
Let's go ahead and do the countdown. Best of luck. And Shrambles, best of luck as a zombie. Don't eat any brains, because you can't. You're not allowed.
No, I have my teeth removed, so no biting today.
You can gum us. Okay, as soon as I see movement, I'm going to start the timer. Everybody spam all of your fast emotes. Fast. That includes Sonic, Bubsy, whatever the crap you want to spam, because we are starting now.
All right. So there's some reasoning behind this, and I'm sending you, Brosensha, because I didn't send you early, the full game with its entire lore and details. Because this is this is a special ROM hack. This is not published anywhere. This is a game developed by, I saw them in the chat, RPG Hidden Wizard, who is a member of the Sonic. Yeah, they're the author of this ROM hack, and they made this especially for a series of Sonic speedrunners who, well, yeah, they wanted to run it, so they did, or they played it at least.
Thank you so much for making this. By the way, I am a huge fan. Like, no matter the quality of a ROM hack, we may make fun of things here, but making fun of stuff is part of the fun. Like, I seriously love the work that anybody does when it comes to ROM hacking. There can be some very impressive stuff and some very silly stuff, so I am ready for this.
Yep, that happens.
Oh, what happened?
So, you just found something.
I'm definitely seeing where this game is going to get reviews.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there's RPG saying a couple of things I was going to mention. That he says, full disclosure, I made 90% of this almost 2 decades ago, found it and finished it last summer. I am very aware that it is not good, and frankly, I think it's my magnum opus.
Oh, perfect. You know, everybody needs to make trash and put it out into the world. Come on, like, I don't want to spoil something for BBG, but if you're interested in developers sharing trash that they made, there may or may not be something for you later on during BBG.
Oh. Shrumbles? Sorry, bro. Shrumbles, what did you get into the special
I don't know. I'm having fun here. I don't count.
All right.
I'm going to get all of the emeralds. Why not?
I mean, Toasty still was in there, too.
I would definitely not go in there. But because I don't count, I just want to explore the game.
That's a fair approach.
Right. I get that right.
Yeah, you do.
So looking at the README in the bundle that you sent, the music's gone. Where'd the music go? This isn't where the music's at.
No special stage, but yeah.
Look at that.
I don't know what happened.
Chaos Emeralds. What do the other players have? They have 0 Chaos Emeralds.
Don't know. I think that, like, it seems like this is set so that music is random.
So this is the thing. The music itself, the one that was playing right now, is the end theme music from Sonic the Hedgehog. So it has a set time. So once it finished, there's nothing more. You have to either die or restart the level or go anywhere else.
I kind of love this.
So
this is really polished game edition.
Yep, it is very polished. So one of the things that players will find here is that since the nature of the Sonic the Hedgehog, the first game, doesn't have a spin dash attack, so they had to rely on the roll. And that roll is kind of finicky in the sense that you have to either run and then continue using momentum, and then push down in order to roll. So we see Toasty Toad having some fun with that section. That will take some... There we go. Okay, almost, but you get that. You did that. That happens.
The level design is really interesting. I'm not sure.
That is one of the main... yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. It's at least not just like, here's the deal. We've had a lot of Sonic ROM hacks that are like Sonic 1, except you're fat and you're eating onion rings and you have to lose weight. We had Sonic 1 where it's golf mechanics. We haven't really had very many Sonic ROM hacks where the level design is changed and where the boss arena is changed. What the crap?
Yep. You basically, in the original game, you rely on being this in a flat land and some platforms in between, but you don't have any of that here. But you get the gist of it very quickly. Toasty Toad has managed to do that.
Oh yeah, we had Sonic 1 where you were a bus. It was the Crazy Sonic, I believe.
Yeah. And then you also had Sonic 1 as a Sonic 2 as a Bobsy, and then we have the ball one. I can't remember which one was that. We got a bouncy ball.
Oh
That had
yeah.
transition stages.
Bouncy edition, I believe.
Yeah, that's the bouncy edition.
But I'm really glad that we have Sonic with actual, like, different level design because, you know, even if you had made most of this 2 decades ago, this is still a really interesting look into what people can do with the game. But I'm
All right, yeah, that was not
confused because
that was a mistake.
Okay, yeah.
somebody beat the boss, but the next level looks the same.
They are very similar. I think that you had the readme. I think one of the documents I sent you, I think is not the readme, but there's one section that clarifies how the stages are laid out, and they're all entirely different in the sense in how everything. They have the same names because the author RPG couldn't handle to change those names there because it seems to be like a really endeavor. So they're just using the old names of the stages. So this is why you're going to see them using the old name stages, but they have different names according to, for example, the double select cheat code that players will get access to, and they will need it.
Yeah, I see there's Lush Hill, Jungle
that's the first
Canyon,
stage.
Badnik Plains, Celestial City, Stellar Skyway, Umbral Abyss, Lucid Base, Neon Nightmare, Iridescent Interiors, Chromatic Conundrum, Chemical Maze. How many freaking levels are there? Oh my gosh! There's so many
Close
levels.
to 18 levels in total. I think that's close to what the original game has. Because
Okay.
it goes from Act 1 to Act 3. Except like they're all scrambled.
What about me?
So,
No, Shrambles.
scrambled.
Yeah, Shrambles has been getting called Scrambles all the time. Okay, Green Hill Zone Act 3 is Jungle Canyon then?
Yeah, he's in Jungle Canyon right now. If I remember correctly. Even myself have problems understanding how they go, but there's mostly... Green Hill is mostly the same. You got 1 from 3 to 2.
Wait, why does
Lush
it go
Hill,
1 to
Jungle
3
Canyon,
to
and Badnik
2?
Plain.
Oh, because it's really
Because
polished
that's-
edition, that's why.
Yep.
Thank you so much for releasing this mess. This is absolutely amazing. What the crap?
Well, isn't that how counting works? You go 1, 3, 2.
Yeah, if you're
Like,
stupid.
that's how it goes. Oh, ouch.
Oh, I love this. But, you know, why are there so many bees? Bees, bees, bees. There are bees everywhere. Oddly, no lag due to how many bees there were on the screen. I thought we were going to get at least a little lag, but Sonic is handling it, I guess.
Yeah, no, just clarifying that for the refs.
Toasty
how they
Stowe
go,
trying to
because they
build
do-
up enough speed to get through. There we go. Very nice job. You gotta roll. That's something that I'm not sure OG Sonic 1 did too often, where they
No,
necessarily
it was
required
very
you to go into ball
scarce.
form. Yeah.
Yeah, and exactly for Green Hill, it has a couple of sections. there are not that many. So I think RPG wanted to explore this further and send in some badniks along the way.
Oh my gosh. So how long ago did RPG like share this?
I think they shared them about, I think it was last year. Let me double check again.
Because this is fun. I love when
Yeah, they
people
shared it
revisit
in
old
October
stuff.
last year. Yeah. October last year. So I like how the music goes into something entirely different now because it is taken from Sonic 4 Episode 1.
It's fine. Speaking of progress that players are making, our referees are helping to keep track of who is in the lead. Only one person will be moving on from this, and Shrambles is not one of those because you're a GM and you don't count. Shrambles is here to fill in a slot and give insightful commentary on how the game plays and how it works. However, our referees helping to judge this match are Kazuya ZX, having Crazy Bus ROM hack flashbacks. Oh yeah. We've also got Okami is very polished today. You do not want a filthy Okami, okay? Redford is illegally purple. Bad Chop the Hedgehog, oh no. And Linkura, a really polished backup edition. Linkura, you're always polished. What are you talking about? You're fantastic the way you are. Okami is fantastic when not smelly, is what I'd say. And there we go, Toasty Sto is through as well.
I like how at random points I'm seeing like random points pop up. Well, not when I just drop off the face of the earth.
That was a good jump.
Oh, and I did a checkpoint. That sucks.
Yep. So Shrambles and Toasty still on Celestial City. I am a little concerned about Kisor, and Chad is pointing out, and Reps as well, that they can't seem to work out the roll movement, which is to run, use the momentum, push down, and just... Everyone seems to have done that before, but Kisor is struggling.
Yeah, if everybody has played Sonic 1 before, I'm just going to go ahead and send a ping to all of the players, just so that they know, like a reminder, test all of the controls out, make sure that you, figure out the mechanics.
I have done that. Yeah, I've done that, and I shared them the controls. I share with them the level cheat code, select code, because they will game over, and if they will game over, I don't want them to start over because this is going to be long. So they can use that if they want to go back to another stage, to the stage where they left when they died.
Yeah, there could also be a possibility that that down just isn't working, but that might not be the case. I don't know. Like,
yeah, Janice mentioned, yeah, they need to roll, but they also need to use the momentum from the tube that they used before. I think it was Shramble or Toasty who did that before. I've managed to do the roll without the momentum from the tube, although it took me 2 times in order to progress to the entire section, but it's doable.
Oh, humble brag.
Oh, yeah. So now the Starlight section that we are, which is the original Starlight, is Celestial City, in which it has some half loops along the way, and then you will need to figure your way out. Okay, good job.
All right, let's get that second Chaos Emerald. Let's go.
yeah, do it, Scrambles.
No, not you too,
I'm sorry, you said it before I did.
I didn't say it. I was making a joke.
Okay, we do know that Keyzor down button worked because I see Sonic ducking, but you gotta run and then while running push down. That is the trick.
All right, that was a trial run. We'll get it next time. Just feeling out the level.
All right. Oh my god. Kisor just needs to stop jumping in that section.
Oh, this is not a thing I like.
Yeah, and I'm just letting players know that they are always welcome to ask if they're soft locked, and we will let them know. But this is something that all of the other players did figure out how to get through this section, and that's something that Kusor will just need to figure out. Everybody got the same information for how to play the game. Everybody else has figured it out. Everybody has played Sonic from what we have heard.
Yeah, and all of the players have said that they played it, and at least they've gone through Green Hill, so they must know that this can be doable. This can work out.
Yeah, this is doable. Yeah. Like, I think Kusor knows that wall is different. It looks different visually if you look at the edge. Okay, Gamer Wolf jumping into some spiny thingies. You don't want to do that.
Yep.
Pokey's hurt.
Spikes are deadly. And the thing that Toasty Stoats needs to understand here is to be careful with the momentum here, because you don't need to continue running, or you just need to keep rolling.
Oh, I almost had it.
Yeah, and that section where Shramble's seen is like they will need to... Oh, there we go. Almost.
Yeah, I know what I gotta do.
That's good to know.
But it's just doing it is the half the battle.
Half the battle, exactly.
There we go. We're through.
Nice. Yeah, that can happen as well.
Oh, I guess I gotta go this way.
So I see now that almost all players are on the Stellar Skyway, which is the second Starlight Zone, according to the billboards that show up at each stage beginning.
No, I have to do this again.
Okay, I do know that Kusor is getting frustrated. Did Kusor, just jumped to Green Hill Zone 3? One thing that I have done traditionally is if somebody is extremely stuck, sometimes what I will do is offer every player a chance to ask a single question, and I will answer it honestly, and I am going to throw that out for all of the players. That way they at least, it balances it out. If somebody else gets stuck later on, they are welcome to ask a question.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
see that.
Chat, you might be wondering, if I use the level select, I'm going to lose my Chaos Emerald. Now, don't think that.
But the level stage, the special stage will see that. Yeah, we're looking into the situation with Kusor because we don't want to get frustrated.
Okay, so Kusor asked, how do I get out of here? And that is the one question. And I answered, roll to the right.
Oh, now I gotta think of a good question for Brasentia.
Kusor, you just gotta build up a little bit more speed.
There we go. He's seeing the roll. He's seeing the roll.
Okay. Just don't jump.
They need to... Yeah.
Okay. I'm adding information.
Okay, yeah.
Don't jump. Just roll. The question is, how much speed do you have to have? Do you have to...
You have to keep on the speed. Like, even if with just a little... Going on top of that block, you keep on running, starting from the block. You get some roll momentum. Keep going left, and just before hitting the wall, you start rolling. You will see that you will start destroying some of the wall. And even with some of that room, you will have enough space to continue rolling, even if you start.
There we go. There we go. Yes. We got it. Okay. So all of the other players do still have a question in reserve that they can use later on. But Kusor has used the question that I have offered. Early on in Kusogrand8, I do want to be kind to our players and help out, and especially for lower scoring groups, I would rather have people have a good time than get frustrated because of a single thing. Of course, we used to not be quite as merciful, but that does come with something. I don't want to blatantly give information out and let other people be a disadvantage. Thus, the one free question for everybody rule that we sometimes throw out there. Okay, so Toasty Stoat actually has the question, how do I get out of this area? Yeah, Mr. T, do you have a good answer there?
Yeah, I think I'll give him a moment to get on with it, because they will need to get the momentum out of the speed, but they just don't need to continue. Go. Yeah, they got through with it, but they now have to get through also up there. They need to build enough momentum, but they just need to stop pressing right.
Okay, so
I'm going to take it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're taking it. Mr. T is taking this one. Cool. And luckily, you did give them the information for how to stage select.
Yep, I did.
And that'll be helpful. Yeah, Shrambles, I wonder what your one question is going to be.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm thinking of a good one. It might be very pointed, and it might just be a question for the two of us.
Uh-oh.
That no one else in Chatland will understand.
That's fine. Yeah. Here, I have a question for you.
So you get your own question? Okay.
Yeah. Why is the yes and rule flawed?
Okay, so I have an answer for this.
Yes.
So yes and isn't always say yes. It's just agree to the premise that is offered.
Yeah,
that is
baby.
What the answer of yes and is supposed to be. So if someone comes at you in an improv scene, it's like, I'm a murderer, I'm gonna kill you. Your instinct isn't to say, yes, you are going to kill me. Your instinct is, no, don't kill me. You're still saying yes in both of those situations because you're agreeing to the offer that the person is giving you. Improv.
Yeah.
There we go. I think that Toasty got the idea. They just need to continue rolling once they're up there.
Like
they're there. They've reached the place.
Do they need to jump off? I think that they've got the right idea.
Okay, yeah. I have my question, and it's going to follow up what you've asked me, sort of. Prasentia, describe to me your worst improv show you did.
Oh no, it was at an improv festival. This hurts so bad.
Okay, I don't like the situation I'm in.
Actually, yeah, Toasty Stoat is having a hard time finishing the last little bit of this. Does Toasty Stoat need to jump from the right to the left in order to finish the curve, or just after getting to the top here?
They need to, when they're doing the final section, they need to continue rolling. That way that Sonic can reach the place in a ball form, and they can get through the space.
But
they're just not rolling
in ball form. Okay. So I'm letting them know, because we did do a little more hand-holding for the previous questioner. I am happy to give a little bit of that information. There we go! Ball form
There we go.
did it. Good. Okay. By the way, that's actually a really interesting thing. I'll get to your question in a second, Trambles. Just because we have the person who created this in chat, you know, what this is doing is testing some mechanics that are a little bit more obscure. Like Sonic 1 doesn't normally make you do this. And
No.
yeah, so it's just a tiny bit of a rule for something that would normally be basically impossible. But because of certain mechanics, you can kind of get through if you do it cleverly, and I like it. It's a little bit more of a Kaizo-esque thing, although with Kaizo games, you usually have death if you don't manage to succeed.
Okay, Gamer Wolf seems to be now on Umbral Abyss, which is the Starlight Free Zone, the one to follow up. So they made out of the Starlight Skyway.
Okay, so yeah, Toasty Stoat, I think after doing it here is gonna remember, oh, it's the same situation later on. Yeah, Toasty Stoat got it first try during this time. After you've done that in a specific location a few times, it should be a little bit more understandable how you go about it later on.
God, there's got to be another path, but like I don't want to explore.
Okay, Toasty Stoat managing to bring that back. Very nice. Okay, ooh, I kind of like this seesaw. There's a little bit more work to be done. There we go, Toasty Stoat getting the seesaw done.
And now, just falling down. Yep.
Okay, and there we go. Game over for Toasty Stoat. Invincibility for Gamer Wolf. Gamer Wolf jumps into the pit after being invincible. Best way to end invincibility and die. I'm not sure if there was a reason for that, or if Gamer Wolf was like, I'm just dying.
Oh, thank God, I'm through. Let's get Umbral.
Umbral. Okay, Kusor currently in the part that Toasty Stoat struggled with, and unfortunately Kusor has used their question, and I am not gonna... Kusor will be able to figure it out.
Yeah, and there's a question down there. So I mean that this is being covered in chat, so Kusor should, if needed, go scroll up and see that.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna tell Kusor
No, don't
where
worry
they were asking about it. So, experiment. Yeah, the big thing is like to keep experimenting with the game. If you struggle with a part, just keep your momentum after the spring. If you can do that and then manage to get to the top, like it's going to take a few attempts and probably quite a few deaths in order to actually get through that part, and that's fine. That's part of the fun as well as the frustration of ROM hacks that are trying something different with mechanics than what were originally intended in Sonic 1. And that's part of the charm and the frustration that can come with ROM hacks.
Not only ROM hacks, I think I've had my fair share of games where I also had to experiment and I think one of the bases that my learning throughout Kusogrand is to think outside the box. Even if something that looks familiar like Sonic 1 in that regard, there are times where you have to see something else. And I think that Toasty's, you think that Keysor's doing? Yeah, they got it.
No,
See?
Gamer Wolf, no! Yeah, Keysor's through. There we go. Yeah, just gotta keep experimenting and trying new things. Now remember, only one player will be making it through. Gamer Wolf still has his question in his pocket and is welcome to ask it at any point he feels it would be helpful. And in general, if you run into a wall, and the question has been offered, feel free to ask that question. You are good doing that. Now, Shrambles, I think it's time for me to answer your question. The worst improv show I've ever been in. So this was back, so many years ago at an improv festival. We decided to create our own little format, sort of as something experimental, which was essentially going to be one larger scene interspersed with smaller scenes, and occasionally between these scenes, these smaller scenes that we'd have, we'd return to the main story. And one person within our group was sort of the person who would be establishing the main sort of thread scene that we had that would be interwoven. And let me tell you, during practices, it ended up being amazing. However, at the actual show, what did this freaking guy decide to go with? He made me a giant panda, and he made the other character the sun. And I'm what are you doing? Like, normally we've had scenes that like deal with people or like situations, but this is like, why are we going into children's book territory? What is going on? And I'm like, I don't like, at that point, I'm like, we have 45 minutes of this show that we're doing, okay?
Oh, no, it was a 45-minute set?
It was 45 minutes, and the interwoven thread was this absolutely bizarre, nonsensical thing about the sun, a giant panda, and love or something? I don't even remember anymore. And, like, let me tell you, people like the top of the line improvisers would probably be like, what the crap is going on? We struggled. And as soon as you have to have at least a somewhat good start to an improv show in order for it to be enjoyable. And that was like the most bizarre beginning I have ever been in. For a festival, I'm like, okay, we just need to get through this and not cringe too hard because I don't even know what's going on anymore. And yeah, there was barely any laughter the entire time, barely anyone applauding. It was so awkward. And yeah, I learned that you never give one improviser who is that creative that much power. But, yeah, like, we've done workshops about making big decisions in improv, and that was certainly a big decision, but that's not a good big decision. That is...
It's one thing to do a big decision in rehearsal, but to do something proven at a festival, no less.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, during when we were doing a workshop with a group, you know, we were talking about making big decisions in improv, and you know, there was this scene that was going on that was really kind of boring, not really going anywhere, and the person running the workshop told this girl in there who is, I feel bad, but one of the worst improvisers I've ever seen, and he's like, okay, now make a big decision. And what did she say? She said, mind you, the previous discussions had to deal with like super basic relationship stuff, and then this is the big decision she made. She said, my heart is powered by a miniature Richard Simmons. And it's
What?
like, that is a big decision, yes. What the frick did you just say? How does that contribute to improv? Like,
If that was the opening line, I mean, that's the basis of a great scene. But if that scene has been going on for a bit,
it's been going on for a bit.
that completely changes the trajectory of whatever that scene is going on.
Yeah, and the other improviser was like, I have no idea how to move on from here. By the way, I have specifically not been looking at chat while discussing this because these moments hurt so much. And like, you know...
Like, you can ask any improviser, and we all have our own horror stories like that.
Yeah, I don't want to be a giant panda having a scene with the sun. I really don't. But like, if I do, I want it to be a 3-minute scene and not 45 minutes. Okay? Have it be 3 minutes. I might be able to figure something out for that. That's fine.
Why so long?
Why so long? Because for the improv festival, we were doing what's called long form, and generally, you know, oftentimes there are multiple scenes, which there were, but that form kept returning to a specific scene, which was literally the worst thing that could have ever been thought of, at least in my opinion, because I was in it.
Oh.
Yep.
Trembles.
I'm just gonna chill out here for a bit.
Okay. I mean, good job, Shrambles. Okay, we have one soft lock.
A great opportunity for you to get some water. We can reset this.
Yeah, mind you, you need to tell me your worst improv experience, your worst improv scene moment, because I'm really curious now.
So
yes,
let me ask you: have you ever been heckled doing improv?
Oh yeah.
Because that's probably one of my worst stories.
Yeah, but most of the time we were able to deal with it. Like, I've learned how to deal with hecklers.
I mean, like, I can deal with it too, but it was just like, oh, I don't want to deal with this right now. Like, I'm doing bar prov, which is never a good thing to do.
Oh, you have to be a special type of person to be able to do anything at a bar. Bar prov is absolutely doable, but yeah, you have to be you have to be used to it.
So it was just a scene of like we were playing like Twitch streamers playing WoW or something, and one person in the audience decided, hey, I can join in that. I'll just continuously shout Leroy Jenkins for the next 3 minutes.
Trembles, sorry to cut you short, but we've seen that Gamer Walls has gone through the boss.
What? What is this fever dream? Okay,
Welcome to
okay.
Lucid Days.
Look, RPG. What's your name? RPG.
RPG Hidden Wizard.
RPG Hidden Wizard. What the crap? Why did you? Okay, I know that you probably did this 2 decades ago, but why?
Gamer
Oh,
Walls.
this is Lucid Base. Okay. Robotnik's assault on the... Never mind, you did your job. If this is specifically meant to hurt your eyes, you did a fantastic job here. I hate it.
Yeah, this is also explained on the one of the
what was that
documents
pixel
in the
that...
doc. This Lucid Base SB1 is in the doc. It's called the Sonic 1 RPG Edition Encyclopedia. So you will see the stage's definition and what they are. And the RPG clearly states what it says in chat.
Yeah, it does say this is Dr. Robotnik's most fiendish trap yet, an assault on Sonic's eyes. Sonic must navigate his way through the radiant deadly halls to reach the City of Light. Oh, okay. Here's my guess. You made these colors possibly originally to hurt people, but if not, that was your excuse when you were writing up this document. And I love the excuse. I honestly, there are more supervillains who need to do this.
I'm so excited to see whatever this scene is.
On the next scene, you know what? I'm going to reveal you. I don't know if I should, but the next stage will be another assault on the eyes as well.
Oh, perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I hope we get to see it.
I love it. Shrambles, I saw that you jumped on a platform and caused it to disappear, and that made it so that you couldn't reach the higher platform. It's possible, I'm not 100% sure, but it's possible that you can get the platform to respawn if you backtrack enough, but...
no, but they put he put a fan there, so you can't go back to respawn the platform.
How fiendish! I see. Okay. Ooh, devilish. Okay,
See,
so...
that's the game design that I'm just like, Like, it's intentional. It's like, you don't put that there because you, like, oh, it'd be fun to put a fan there. You put a fan there because you know that you can't respawn that object.
So RPG Wizard is confirming that this level was supposed to hurt your eyes. Okay, so that makes sense. I appreciate the dedication to the craft. This is not the most painful thing I have seen, maybe even today.
This is definitely not the worst.
Oh, yeah, you can actually see what's happening here. So I would say, good job at doing what you were going for. I'm excited to see if the next level takes it one step further, because it definitely can.
So this is the type of things that happens on Kusogrand in any type of game. You get to see something that hurts you at any physical moment, but you will eventually get through it, and you will get used to it.
Yeah, I mean, this is no Peggy the Peach, but it's very vibrant. This is no Peach the Lobster. What other games can I name? No Spiss Pop. This is no Jim Power, which is actually a real game made by a professional development group, and probably the biggest assault on the eyes that I have ever...
I will need a knock on my head to remind me of that game that Tristan gave out, and they eventually run it.
Are you... oh, yeah. This is no Journey... let's see. Journey to Plantitis... whatever. Plantinus, that one.
Plantinus, yeah.
Yeah. This is no Donkey Kong Country played on the original Z-SNES. Like, this is still viewable.
Lost in Plantinus.
Lost in Plantinus. There we go. Lost in Planet. I was thinking Planeta Vermelho. Which I love that game, but it doesn't hurt visually. Yeah, RPG Wizard, I'm sorry, I can think of like 10 games off the top of my head that hurt more than this. So I would say that you at least made this humane. Good job. It's evil, but humane.
I see that perhaps... let me check now, but I think that Redford, one of our referees, is hurting in the brain.
Oh, perfect. I mean, yeah, our referees, like, I'm here to be like the guide to crap. I'm supposed to be the crap expert around here, so it's okay. I'm here to hurt, and I know the various levels of hurt. So I should be able to name other games that visually disturb your eyes and make it so that you vomit. Yeah.
There we go. That shouldn't have taken that long.
Oh, yeah. You
You
see
did it!
Shremmel's eye? One of the
Scrambles.
things that, now that you've gone through it, one of the things you can do here is just step on the middle of the platform, not care about the bombs, and just you can reach him. You can reach Robotnik and hit him without the bombs.
Oh, my eyes.
See? We weren't lying, were we?
That's the correct reaction.
What is this?
Oh, that's death. I like it. I like that trap.
That's not the right way to go. I can tell you that.
As soon as it's a ROM hack, all of the rules of Sonic go out the window. And honestly, I appreciate that. I like it.
Some rules apply, we can say.
Okay, yeah, the rules like you can clip out of bounds and get stuck. That applies.
I mean, that was always true in Sonic.
Well, yeah. See? Okay, Toasty Stoat, just stay low. The invincibility is a trap. Okay, good job. I'm really excited to see the next level. I want to see how much it hurts. Now, everybody, Gamer Wolf is currently in the lead. Shrambles in second, though Shrambles doesn't count. Toasty Stoat and Kusor are both behind Gamer Wolf. Only one person will be moving on from this match and moving to round 4. So this honestly really matters a lot for Toasty Stoat and Kusor. They need to get through Starlight Zone. Wait, no. Umbral Abyss. The fate of the City of Night hangs in the balance. Can Sonic thwart Dr. Robotnik and prevent the city from being plunged back to Southern Island? As it turns out, yes, 2 players have done that, so the other 2 definitely can. I've got faith.
Oh, that was the end. Okay.
Yep.
Now,
It's a very anticlimactic end.
Okay.
It's an
It's
end.
like blind jump. I hope this works. Oh.
what's coming up next? Aha! So here we are. This is Neon Nightmare, right?
Yep.
Okay, alas, Sonic is too late. The residents of the City of Light have all been turned into badniks. That Dr. Robotnik isn't gonna get away with this. You naughty little doctor, you. What? Okay, Shambles. I don't know where you're going, but it's a direction, all right?
It worked. It worked.
It kind of worked.
Trust the process.
You don't go.
What is
worry
flying
about
around?
It. You'll get
What?
through it.
I don't like this. This level concerns me. Okay, game
yeah,
over
we get
for
to see some
Gamer
bumpers
Wolf,
as
but
well.
Gamer Wolf is still in the lead when it comes to our alive players and not our zombie. Now, Shrambles, I told you my worst improv scene. Oh, wait, you already told me yours.
I did. I described it. It's not as like interesting, or because it was only like a 20-minute set, so it wasn't as like devastating as having to do. And it was a 2-person improv show, so like we could just switch the scene when we wanted to, and we got that guy to shut up.
Yeah, that's fine. I honestly should have just like overruled what my scene partner tried to do. Like, here's the deal. Yes, and means that I rolled with it, and I should have broken that rule. I really should have, because that would have made it an actually worthwhile watch. But you know, there are very few times where you can break the cardinal rule of improv, where you support your scene partner, and I probably should have broken it. It's like a speed limit sign, is the way that some people have described it, that when it comes to improv and performing, you know, you've got the core rules, but occasionally you can break them when you know how the rules work and why the rules are there. And in that case, I should have gone over 55. And I should have broken that rule, okay? But I didn't. I followed the rule, and unfortunately, I got rear-ended. Ugh. And it happens.
I did not get to see Gamer Wolf soft lock there.
Yeah, there may have
But
been a
there's
soft
a
lock,
chance,
but at
yeah,
the same time,
yeah.
nobody else is too... I'm sorry, I have a hard time remembering the names of these levels because they don't match. I know
Because
it's
say the
work,
name of the level.
It's work to change the text when you're doing ROM hacks 20 years ago. I understand. Lucid Base, that one.
Yeah, Neon Nightmare is the one where Shambles is.
Yeah, Shambles is in the Neon Nightmare. By the way, I do love having zombies in the match because a lot of the times it takes the stress off of them, and they do better than they would be doing if they had the pressure of actually racing. And it's always exciting to see because without that pressure, you usually make a lot more progress than otherwise expected. Also, there's a possibility that you've played this ROM hack before. Have you, Shambles?
No, I have not.
Okay, so you're getting the true experience.
I'm experiencing this live. This is live reaction. I mean, I'm kind of enjoying it. Outside of because it turns it's how I describe some Kuso games turn into a puzzle game when you're trying to figure out the mechanics.
Yeah. And sometimes you figure them out, and sometimes you just gotta Leroy Jenkins and plow through it, you know?
Yeah, I used to think that outside, a couple of you in chat or in the community itself have not played this, or they must have even seen it once or twice. Because this is, as I told you before, this is a ROM hack made by RPG Hidden Wizard, who's part of the Sonic speedrunning community, of which I see several in chat from the community from another Sonic speedrunner called Hut601. And Hats as well has experienced this this game as well, and it was a chore. So even speedrunners got through this. Oh, Kusor, where did you end up in? You had to go the other direction. Oh no.
Well, why is that empty?
But they can start doing. There's a possibility of a zip here. We'll get to see if that's possible. Okay, they made a reset.
Yeah, now this is being a fun match. We are down to the last 8.5 minutes left, which means that we are almost done with this match. At the moment, Gamer Wolf appears most likely to win, though if Toshi Stoke can beat this boss and beat the next stage, there is a chance.
All right, I'm gonna get my Chaos Emerald back.
Oh my gosh. Get that emerald, baby. Yeah, and I really do appreciate the whole premise of I made a bunch of this and never shared it with people, and I found it on my computer and was like, yeah.
I have some people who might be interested in playing it. Let's release it.
I love it.
That's
and you
kind
know
of
what?
the idea.
We are. Please. Release your weird stuff, everybody. I love it.
All
we
right, got
need
it
more
back.
of this in our lives. And there we go.
You got
Gamer
the
Wolf has passed Act 1, moving on
Yeah.
to Neon Nightmare.
Yep.
I remembered the name.
Let's use progress then.
Oh, I hate this
Good
music. Freaking clown music. Okay, and that's not the ROM hacker's fault. This was default Sonic music in the stupid bonus area, but I still don't like stupid circus music. Ugh.
Strong words. Bumpers are in place now that we've seen Shambles do it. Now we see Gamer Wolf at it as well.
Yeah, Gamer Wolf, still in the lead, and honestly extending the lead so much that I have a hard time imagining anybody else is going to beat Gamer Wolf. What are these demons that attack in this level? Like, are these the badniks?
Those are badniks that are called rollers.
Oh.
The ones that pop up out of nowhere you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, those are rollers that they kind of imitate your movements, sort of.
Oh, I don't like them.
Yeah, they're kind of a pain.
Oh my gosh.
So you see that the game, several times the game gives you specific power-ups like the power shoes or the invincibility. Those have a use.
I imagine that they could be used to get into specific areas.
Yeah, exactly. Most of the times you will find yourself stuck because with the basic movements from Sonic can't get you through a specific section. So you will have to try something else. And that's why sometimes in order to get stuck in specific places, you get the power-ups to help you get out of it.
I mostly want this level to end so that this music ends because I hate it. I'm very opinionated on music in my video games, and most of the time I like it,
fully aware.
Yeah, it's like, sure, if my ears are bleeding, I'm usually fine, but if it's freaking Papa, no.
Shame this is no Tchaikovsky.
You know what's funny? I actually really don't hate Tchaikovsky that much. I just, like, it's overused. And honestly, I don't really care for the Nutcracker. Like, I'm sorry, I've heard it a billion times. I don't need to hear it in my video games. And usually people using Tchaikovsky in a video game is less, I like classical music, and more, I can't be bothered with making my own music. And because of that, that don't impress me much. You know, Shania Twain was right.
That's a fair comparison.
Yeah, so that's my biggest opinion. That's my biggest reason to hate Tchaikovsky. It's usually we didn't want to pay a musician. However, there are a few cases like Loom that uses classical music, but that is the focus of Loom. And I permit it. Even if I want to complain, I permit it. Fantasia, I only complain that it's Tchaikovsky because it sounds really, really, really bad. It's bad Tchaikovsky. It's like, oh, you slaughtered this. Every other game. Oh my gosh, Gamer Wolf is through the stage. Did Gamer Wolf pass Shrambles?
I think
Shrambles has been scrambled.
I just don't understand this jump.
You can probably get it easily. You don't need to think it very much, honestly.
Do you just have to jump a tiny bit later?
Yep.
Oh, apparently Shrambles is one level past. Never mind. As it turns out, Neon Nightmare lasts into iridescent interiors, which is the same thing, except Sonic makes his way through a network of buildings and service corridors in pursuit of Dr. Robotnik. Okay. Appreciation from me that there's actually some sort of story going on with the game, with the ROM hack. If you're making a ROM hack, make your own fan story. Come on, that's basics. Or don't. I'm not your boss. I'm not, like, if you're putting it out for free, do whatever you want.
Boss.
But, you know, if you put story to it, I love it.
So, yeah. Trying to think through what positions as they are coming right now. I think pretty much we have Shramblesome first right now.
Yeah, for now.
Behind Toasty's Toad and Keysoro.
We got bonus words. Ooh. I don't know what that said. What did that say?
It says Huts, which is the runner, which I mentioned earlier. That's
yeah.
601.
Yeah, by the way, yeah, everybody other than me is volunteer. I run the channel, so I'm the one who gets the sub bucks. I do put quite a few of them towards prizes each year, but maybe one day we could become the Kusogrand8 and then, I'm just, no.
Kusogrand8.
Yeah, I would love to be it. To get to the point where I paid people, like I would love that. People need money to share crap. That's what I want.
Yep, there we go.
But yeah, everybody else here is volunteers, and I very much appreciate them. So if there's ever any problem, it falls to me. Okay.
All right, next terrible jump.
Yep, this is another terrible jump. You will need to make a run for it.
Yeah, but with only 30 seconds left, how much of a run can you... Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Almost
physics in Sonic 1 are special. Oh my gosh.
Physics across Kusogrand8 games are kind of a thing, so yeah.
Yeah, I love
There we go.
I love that Corn Dance always like... Bubsy is better than Sonic 1, and I can't necessarily agree, but I can't disagree at this point either.
There.
And there
Can I
we
get through the
go.
bumper?
We're getting bumpers. Hey!
Hey,
On
Gamer
the
Wolf
buzzer.
legitimately just passed the level right at the buzzer.
Yeah.
I think that was close enough that we could say that Gamer Wolf... Actually, I want to hear the music. Is it different? Nope. Never mind.
Nope.
Wait, no. Maybe Shrambles is still in the lead. I don't know. Whatever. Shrambles, you don't matter. Gamer Wolf wins. Toasty
You
Stout
don't know how
is
many
disappointed.
times I've been told I don't matter.
Oh. I'm so sad. But that's
But don't
okay.
be sad for me. Be happy for the winner.
I'm happy for Gamer Wolf, the one player who will be moving on in Kusogrand8. Unfortunately, Toasty Stout and Keyzor are eliminated, but this is how tournaments work. We've got to get them out. Thank you both so much for playing, and let's go ahead and see if Gamer Wolf wants to come and chat.
Yep. Let me check. Let him know of the placements right now. There'll be some adjustments.
Yeah, one of our players is saying, I was hoping to go out with dignity. This is Kusogrand8. The dignity is that you no longer have to play these games. Yeah. The real winner is the people who are eliminated, who then just get to watch as other people suffer, because, oh my gosh. Like, here's the deal. Cope. I actually think this is an interesting ROM hack. One of the more interesting Sonic 1 ROM hacks that I've seen. It's not perfect. It's got plenty of flaws. But it's not just one small change and the rest is identical. With that said, Gamer Wolf, our winner of today, is here joining us, and I'm excited to chat with you about this. How are you, Gamer Wolf?
Oh my god, this thing was alright.
Cool. Did you know that the person who made it is in chat right now?
You are an evil son of a gun, I swear to God. Also, what in your... I have to ask this person, what was going through your mind when you decided to make Scrap Brain just neon? Like, my god. Okay, I was literally just... As soon as I just saw it, it was literally that freaking fish from SpongeBob going, my eyes!
Well, as it turns out, that was planned out over 20 years ago.
Holy crap. Whoa.
Yeah, and specifically designed to hurt your eyes, so it was on purpose.
Oh,
Yeah,
played.
in fact, the document that we have says Sonic falls directly into Dr. Robotnik's most fiendish trap yet, an assault on Sonic's eyes. Sonic must navigate his way through the radiant deadly halls to reach the City of Light. And let me just say that I love how upsetting it is, but I love that it was on purpose and not like, hey, I think this is a good idea. It was very clearly, this is a bad idea, and I am putting it in now.
Oh, it really is. Oh my, so much of this. It's just like, if everybody at Sega is watching, don't take any ideas from this. Don't make Sonic a puzzle platformer. It's never gonna work.
There are some interesting ideas. No, make 5 more. Make 5 more of these. Okay.
Oh God.
Why? Because this actually, here's the deal. I have seen a lot of Sonic 1 ROM hacks, and very few of them actually play around with some of the main Sonic mechanics. You know, like there were some of those very difficult sections where you had to run up a slope and then turn into ball form in order to get into a very small area. You don't do that in original Sonic. Like there are a few places where you kind of do, but it's like this leans into it and makes it like a little trickier, you know, test your skills.
I mean, I will agree on that. Especially because, yeah, in Sonic 1, like, in original Sonic 1, the spin was basically just, like, to bowl over enemies. That was it. Like, there was no real function for it until we got the spin dash. But, yeah, to be able to get this notion of, like, you know, when you're spinning, you basically have max speed. Like, you will get, like, the full speed in no time flat. It's like, really drills into your skull, I'll admit that.
Yeah.
Like the moveset is kind of like you need to understand how the roll and the momentum works in order to just go through stages.
And
so it's kind of like
it took everybody many tries in order to figure those out. And you know, I feel the frustration there because this has some elements of Kaizo without really being a Kaizo game. Yeah, and I appreciate testing your knowledge of Sonic, even if that wasn't necessarily RPG Hidden Wizard's goal. I can appreciate that part of it, you know. With that said, it still hurt people's eyes, not as much as other games for me. And, you know, there are a few notes about things that can be done better. But if you made this 20 years ago and then we're like, whatever, let's just go ahead and finish it and finally release it last year, I give you kudos. That's freaking fantastic. Still painful.
I agree. Yeah, no, it's definitely painful.
Yeah, it doesn't remove the pain, but it makes me very happy that you did this. Yeah, with that said, Gamer Wolf, did you have any other thoughts about this game? Any of the problems that it had? Anything that you thought was actually interesting?
I mean, definitely some clever use of like some of the other like things from Sonic 1, you know, like the collapsing ground from in Green Hill. Like, oh god, I did not expect that to be back to back. That was interesting. And also, boy, oh boy, the enemy spam. Holy crap!
Enemy spam is nothing. I think we understand that level design is one of the big hurdles of the game, but the enemy spawn, it's just outright mean.
Yeah, no.
I was very excited to see 10 to 15 bees.
Yeah, it's essentially putting Sonic into bullet hell mode. It's like, I'm not playing Sonic Toho. No.
I mean, per the document that we have, that level was called Badnik Plains, which means that there were a lot of Badniks, aka enemies. So I can appreciate that. Specifically, you knew you were putting too many enemies on there. Yeah, I'd say that like bad design on purpose can be funny, and I can appreciate that. It's definitely bad design, okay? And I appreciate doing it on purpose, but it's bad design. Or at least it's breaking the traditional Sonic rules, which, Sonic 1 didn't really have too many rules. I mean, it was founding the rules of what a Sonic game is, so there was still a lot of experimenting with it, and it's very much not a perfect game. Experimental way, you're a ROM hacker. You do whatever the crap you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I mean, why we have the glorious stuff of like Samari and that, to be honest.
yeah. So for those who are wondering, this is the end of the stream. We are wrapping up today. Thank you so much for joining us. We do have one more race happening tomorrow, though, and that should be 7 p.m. Eastern, so feel free to come and join us. Otherwise, Gamer Wolf, are you streaming these days? Do you have anything going on at your channel?
Well, of course, I go live Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, although they're in the late area. I usually stream around 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Pacific. And sometimes I stream Friday nights if I don't have work. And this coming Friday, I don't have work. So I should be live between the hours of 6 and 7 p.m. Eastern, 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific. What I usually do, I stream retro games more recently released. I taught the RNG gods with randomizers and plenty more. In fact, last week we just started another community async where I have 5 randomized games. I have Link to the Past, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Super Metroid, Kirby's Dream Land 3, and I couldn't help but put this one in for me. Yu-Gi-Oh! 2006.
Ooh, Yu-Gi-Oh! 2006. Okay.
I have a fondness for the old days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that's where I started. I started in the days before it became all about one-turn kills and that.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun to watch, and seriously, great job to all of the players, and many thanks to the developer for stopping by in chat, the developer of the ROM hack. Again, RPG Hidden Wizard, and thank you, Shrambles, for being our zombie, and Mr. T for being our game master. Now we are going to run GDQ because Flame Fatales is happening. I am in no way involved over there right now, but I do want to go and say hey because, we've got games over there. We've got people in the community who are playing, and I'd love to go and say hi. So, Satan herself is playing right now with Cell Kuthmind. I know both of them. Do we have a good raid message, chat?
We can say cope, which is part of one of the levels.
Yes,
yep.
Cope.
Yes, the infamous cope.
Will that get us in trouble at GDQ? Let's say hi, Satan, with a heart. Because Satan is playing here. Satan herself. Let's go say hi, Satan. And you can say hi, Cell, as well, because Cell Kuthmind is racing Satan.
Let's go for it.
All right, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Take care. Ciao.